Now, whether you're a writer, comic artist, or a cringe deviant art boy, you probably are familiar with what an OC is. Now, as a fellow cringe deviant art boy, I feel the need to critique your OC, and the fact is, all your OCs suck dick. Hello there, welcome to another video. I know this is not my typical whoa so funny kind of video, but bear with me because I'm gonna blow your fucking mind. How? I'm gonna be telling you everything you need to know about making characters. Ready? Let's go. A character is basically a person and or thing with emotions and opinions that help your story move forward, meaning characters equal story, meaning no character, no story. Now, in a situation like this, it really helps if the characters involved are believable, because as we established earlier, characters equal story, and having a believable character makes a believable story. Now, regardless of whether you're making this character for a webcomic that you'll totally make, or for an epic novel that you will definitely finish, it is important to understand the things that make your character human, the things that make your character interesting, and the things that make your character develop. But Shimon, my character is a space alien from space who likes doing space stuff and Gangnam Style. First of all, shame on you. Second of all, making a human character does not mean that the character is actually biologically human. It means it has human-like traits like personality, opinions, talents, flaws. Now, to make your characters humans, you will first need a backstory. Now, a lot of people make this part either too detailed or not detailed enough. Now, to figure out whether a backstory needs to be detailed, you have to figure out whether the events in the backstories have an effect on your character. Does your character feel anxious of being on stage? They probably had an embarrassing moment as a child. Are they afraid of the water? It's probably because they drowned in it. Remember, if you want your character to have likable flaws, you have to throw shit at them in their story. Figure out 2 or 3 things that really fucked up your character. Maybe they wanted to be a basketball player, but they got hit by a car and broke their legs. Maybe they wanted to feel love, but they have autism and cancer at the same time. Life has a sick sense of humor, and you can have one too. Personality, another thing you can give your characters to make them feel more human. What is a personality? Likes, dislikes, talking patterns, antics, and opinions. Oh my god. You give your character some goddamn fucking opinions. You might think, oh, being accepting for everyone is like a likable trait, but it's not. It's a character, not an NPC from Skyrim. God fucking damn it. Also, I've seen a lot of people saying that character sheets help you to get to know your character. They don't. Like, really, they really don't. Like, you can't go like, whoa, my character is a Sagittarius. He must be super mean. Whoa, my character is an Aquarius. She must be really gentle and sweet. Whoa, my character is a Gemini. He must be bipolar. Filling up character sheets doesn't really help you to get to know the character. It just gives you more information about them. If I told you my star sign, my religion, my economic status, and stuff like that, you wouldn't really have any idea who I am as a person. Same goes for your characters. Instead of filling up character sheets, try to fill up character questionnaires. What are character questionnaires? They're essentially questions that determine a character's personality. What is their outlook on life? What is their outlook on death? Do they think the universe has any meaning? If they were an emoji, which one will they be? Questions like that help you to get to know your character as a 3-dimensional person instead of a fictional entity. And here's a pro tip. Try answering the questions in first person. That way, you can understand exactly how your character would react to a question that is a bit too personal or something like that. Something like, what is the color of their underwear? That is a really inappropriate question to ask. And in parentheses, you can write the real answer, something like, it's blue. That's pretty much what makes your character human. You give them a personality and give them a backstory. That's a human character. Now let's move on to what makes your character interesting. Now there are a lot of ways to make your character interesting through visual means, something like character design and appeal, but that shit's for normies. You're going to figure out how to make a character interesting just by their personality and quirks. The most easiest way to make your character interesting is to create intrigue. How do you create intrigue? It's by asking questions. How is this small bunny man able to fight his way through the UFC? How did this man become so smart? Why does this sexually confused giraffe have a hat on his head? If the question is interesting enough, then trust me, the characters would be interesting too. Character development. Hey, there's a term that gets thrown around by pretentious movie critics who want to sound like they know what they're talking about. So, what is character development?
It can refer to the change a character undergoes during the course of a story.
Well, it basically means how much shit gets thrown at your character. Now, until and unless you are a sociopath, you probably prefer to give your character a comparatively easy time. Sure, they have to do things to avoid bad consequences, but it usually goes like,
well, if we don't find out who did the murder, justice won't be served.
And sure, that could be an okay character development, but what if instead of that we went,
holy shit, the murderer killed my best friend, and I don't even know who did it. The next one is going to be me, and the true murderer is literally in this room. I'm pretty sure the phone lines are cut and I can't contact the police. I don't want to die, please help.
Now that is an interesting point to develop a character on. Now your character doesn't always need to be in a whoa, how do we solve this kind of situation. Sometimes you can put your character in a you can't change this happened to you have to live with it for the rest of your life kind of situation. Not only does this make your character more likable, but it also gives his story more meaning. It's very important to give your character's story a meaning, a thing to learn from their story, something that, the audience can understand. Basically, what I'm saying is, throw shit at your character, and if possible, even the villains.